Hola, mi amigos. It's your girl, Jackie Robinson. Not the baseball player, but me, Jackie Robinson. Okay? And today I'm going to be talking about the real cost of living here in Merida, Mexico. I'm living well for less, and I want to share the information with you. At 72, actually, I left the United States at 71. I traded all the craziness that's going on in the United States for a better life here in Mexico. And so, yeah, I want to share with you exactly what I spent in 1 month. It's the real cost. I do have revenue that comes in. I've got my Social Security, I've got my pension, and I have other monies coming in that are feathering my nest. And so, for those of you who have asked me, what is the real cost of living in Merida, Mexico? I'm getting ready to break it down for you. All right, so let's get started. Here we go. Right here. Yes, the real cost of living in Merida, Mexico. Got 7 categories here: housing, transportation, food, entertainment, healthcare, fixed expenses, and personal care. It's the biggest expense that you're going to have, and that is housing. Okay. I pay $785 a month for a studio apartment in a restored mansion. The neighborhood is a very nice, clean neighborhood with huge houses and wide tree-lined streets here in the Garcia Ganeras neighborhood, which is only 12 minutes from Central if I take a Uber, or about 20-25 minutes if I decide to walk on a good day, not when it's hot outside. So my rent is $750 a month. I pay $35 a month for electricity, and electricity is billed bi-monthly. So every 2 months, okay, they send out the electric bill. So a total of $70 for 2 months or $35 a month, bringing my total to $785. Now, the rents can be higher or lower depending upon your lifestyle and the side of town that you want to live in. I don't have a pool, but there's a community pool not far from here. And also, there's a laundry close by because I don't have a washer and a dryer, but there's a laundry service within walking distance. So, $785 a month for housing. Let's look at transportation. So when I got ready to leave the United States, I sold my car and I added that monies to my travel budget. And so without a car, I heavily rely on Uber and Didi as my primary transportation in and about Merida. Okay. And so that's 100. I spent $121, which includes tips. And a ride is anywhere from $2, $3 if I'm going to Central, or maybe $13 or $15 if I'm headed to the north side, which is a further distance away. Also, that amount includes the tips, usually 10% on those dollars amount. It could be $1 tip, $2 tips. And so when you add it to your American US dollars, it's not that much. Okay, now you can also take the bus, and the bus I think is 25 cents per ride. I don't remember when 20 you paid 25 cents to take the bus in the US. I must have been 12 or 13 years old back in the day where you paid 10 cents or 25 cents to take the bus. However, I prefer the door-to-door convenience of riding in the Uber. And so that's why I use Uber or Didi as my primary transportation for and $21 to take me to the grocery store, to go to Central, or if I want to take a late night to a jazz club, I can do that on Uber. Okay, next up is number three, food costs. I spent $118 just for me. Yes, really, $118. They have delivery services called Rappi and Didi that deliver food. Even if you want to order from Burger King or Kentucky Fried Chicken, which I don't, they will deliver to your location. But most of the time, I cook my own meals. And every now and then, I'll treat myself to a fancy lunch or a fancy dinner. Lunch might cost me $5, no more than $10. And a fancy dinner at a fancy restaurant, I think the most I paid was $15 for a jazz brunch at a very nice hotel. I got a video on it. You can go back and see that video about Casa Tho, where I had brunch, Sunday brunch. So a fancy dinner, $10 to $50, not that much. And so food costs, I think a lot of times I might go to the local vegetable fruit stand and get mangoes, watermelon, pineapples, avocados. And so the cost of food here is inexpensive. Okay. Now, next up is restaurants and entertainment. Merida's culture is pretty much free or inexpensive. So my $200 allows for some enjoyment without overspending, like an occasional margarita. I like margaritas. I like mezcal and I do shots. Okay. So the city offers affordable street food. There's a food truck at the local park. The park is Las Americas Park, which is like 2 blocks away from me. And they have food trucks during the day, and on the weekends, the streets are filled with food trucks. And you can get a taco for $1, um, all kinds of trinkets, very inexpensive. Also, they also, excuse me, also they have free concerts in the park, especially on Sundays. It's not unusual for them to have a band that's playing music. And so, yeah, I've taken in the savor of the Yucatan flavors and the vibrant experiences while staying financially mindful, but the balance keeps leisure fun and sustainable for a long term. Love it. Next up is healthcare. One of the biggest financial wins in Merida is healthcare. I came to Merida back in December looking for a dentist to do dental implants because in the United States it was going to cost me upwards to $40,000 or $50,000 to get implants. So far, my budget, I have paid about $4,000 for several different services, including 6 dental implants. There's a video I have about that. But for this health care, for the monthly cost, which is $85, that includes my visit to my family doctor. Yes, I found a family doctor here in Mexico. His office visit was $35 to do a full exam. The prescriptions, when I went to Atlanta about a month or so ago, the doctor gave me a prescription for high blood pressure. Okay. High blood pressure medicine for 1 month was going to run me $413 from the CVS store, from the CVS pharmacy. You heard that correct. $413 for 1 month supply of high blood pressure. However, here in Merida, Mexico, I paid $5 for that same prescription at my local pharmacy, which is right around the corner. I can just walk up there to the local pharmacy and get my prescriptions filled. Okay. Also, my dental cleaning, one of the first things that I did when I got here with this dental dental clinic, I paid $17, 17 US dollars to have my teeth cleaned. Okay. Fixed expenses. Now, before I left the United States, I sold or gave away everything in my house. But I also saved some items just in case I needed to get back to the United States, get me a nice little studio, nothing big, nothing fancy. So I pay for public storage. I pay for that. Also, AT&T has continuous service here in Mexico. And so I got rid of the internet. I got rid of the installment plans. I paid all that off. And so now all I pay for is data. And that allows me to stay in touch with my family through FaceTime and text messaging. The other items are StreamYard, Netflix, Amazon. Could I get rid of some of those things? Absolutely. But for now, it fits into my budget. Okay. And then we have personal care. Okay, this is a picture of Paula, my manicures. And Paula does a thorough a pedicure and manicure. I mean, this girl is thorough when she does it. Might take her an hour and a half to do my manicure, an hour and a half to do my pedicure because she's taking her time. She does excellent service. Her facility is clean, and she's in the neighborhood. I can walk 2 or 3 blocks, about 3 blocks, to get to her nail shop. Doesn't speak any English, but we're able to communicate using our Google Translate. So you can stay polished on a budget with affordable nail salons. I get some soaps and some other items like candles and little personal things that I want for my studio apartment. So for 1 month, I spent $170. That included nail salon, hair care, laundry, and cash. Let me tell you about the laundry. The laundry is like 2 or 3 blocks away, and you take your laundry up there and they weigh it. And so you pay based on the pound. And so 100 pesos for laundry care would be $10, 10 US dollars. Actually, let me see. No, that's 5 US dollars because you drop the zero, divide the 10 in half. That's $5 for laundry care. So in 1 month, I spent $170 for personal care. This is my real cost of living in Merida, Mexico. My rent, utilities, my transportation, my food, my restaurant and entertainment, my health care, fixed expenses, and personal care for a total of $1,800. And you can see from the chart that the biggest expense is housing. But even at $785, I am saving money living here in Merida, Mexico. I'm saving money, y'all. I'm saving money living here in Merida, Mexico. And so I wanted to share with you all my thoughts and encouragements. These are my real numbers. This is what I actually paid in 1 month to live here in Merida, Mexico. And your budget might be different based on your lifestyle and based on your needs. But this is what I have paid. And so hopefully this video has helped somebody who has asked me questions about what is it really like to live in Merida, Mexico. How much money are you spending? Are you saving any money? And I can say unequivocally, yes, I have saved a lot of money as opposed to living in the United States of America. Thank my YouTube subscriber. The channel is growing, and I appreciate all of those of you who have subscribed. And if you're listening and you have not subscribed, go ahead and click the subscribe button so you don't miss out on my adventures on Jackie R. Living Life Abroad. All right? Peace out. I love you.